The year AD 5, a time shrouded in the mists of ancient history, it stands as a pivotal year. This year marked a turning point. The Roman Empire under Emperor Tiberius was at its zenith. Its power stretched from the British Isles to the borders of Parthia. The Parthian Empire, Rome's great rival, faced its own internal struggles. The Han dynasty in China continued its reign. It saw a flourishing of culture and trade. Across the globe, the seeds of change were being sown. These seeds would shape the course of history for centuries to come. In the bustling cities and remote villages, life went on. The Roman Empire was a tapestry of cultures and languages, stretching from the windswept coasts of Britannia to the sun-drenched deserts of Egypt. It was a vast and diverse realm where people from different backgrounds coexisted under the banner of Rome. It was a melting pot of ideas and innovations, where scholars and inventors thrived. The Romans were known for their engineering marvels, from aqueducts that brought fresh water to cities, to roads that connected the farthest reaches of the empire. In AD 5, the empire was still reeling from the aftermath of the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest. This catastrophic event had seen 3 Roman legions ambushed and annihilated by Germanic tribes, a loss that shook the very foundations of Roman military might. This devastating defeat at the hands of Germanic tribes had sent shockwaves through the Roman world. The once invincible legions had been humbled, and the empire's northern frontier was now vulnerable to further incursions. Tiberius, the emperor, was a shrewd and calculating ruler. He had inherited a realm fraught with challenges, but his strategic mind and political acumen were well suited to the task of steering the empire through turbulent times. He was determined to consolidate Rome's power and expand its frontiers. Under his leadership, the legions were reorganized and reinforced, ready to face any threat that might arise. His campaigns in Germania were aimed at subjugating the rebellious tribes. These military expeditions were not just about conquest, but also about restoring Roman honor and demonstrating the might of the empire. His efforts to strengthen Rome's defenses along the Rhine and Danube rivers were crucial for the empire's long-term stability. Fortifications were built, and the legions were stationed along these vital frontiers to deter any potential invaders. In Rome, the heart of the empire, life was a mix of grandeur and squalor. The city was a bustling metropolis, where the wealthy enjoyed luxurious villas and the poor lived in cramped, insalubrious conditions. The Colosseum, a symbol of Roman might, was nearing completion. This architectural marvel would soon host gladiatorial games and public spectacles, showcasing the power and opulence of the empire. It promised gladiatorial spectacles and public entertainment on an unprecedented scale. The Colosseum would become a place where the populace could witness the might of Rome and be entertained by the brutal contests held within its walls. Yet, beneath the veneer of prosperity, poverty and social unrest festered. The disparity between the rich and the poor was stark, and the undercurrents of discontent threatened to undermine the stability of the empire. East of the Roman Empire lay Parthia, a powerful kingdom that had long been a thorn in Rome's side. This vast and diverse land was known for its rich culture, strategic location, and formidable military prowess. The Parthians had successfully resisted Roman expansion for centuries, maintaining their independence and influence in the region. Ruled by King Vonones I, Parthia was a land of skilled horsemen and fierce warriors. Vonones, though a capable leader, faced the challenge of uniting a kingdom with diverse tribes and traditions. His reign was marked by both internal strife and external threats, making his leadership a delicate balancing act. The Parthians were renowned for their archery skills and their ability to fire arrows while riding backward. This unique tactic, combined with their exceptional horsemanship, made them one of the most feared cavalry forces of the ancient world. Their ability to strike swiftly and retreat just as quickly left their enemies in disarray. This tactic, known as the Parthian shot, made them formidable opponents on the battlefield. It was a demonstration of their strategic ingenuity and adaptability in warfare. The Parthian shot became legendary, symbolizing their military prowess and contributing to their enduring legacy. In AD 5, Parthia was at a crossroads. The kingdom was experiencing significant changes, both politically and culturally. The influence of Rome was growing and internal divisions were becoming more pronounced. This period of transition would shape the future of Parthia in profound ways. Vonones I, who had been raised in Rome as a hostage, faced opposition from his nobles. His Roman upbringing and the influence it had on his rule were sources of contention. Many Parthian nobles viewed him as an outsider, disconnected from their traditions and values. They resented his Romanized ways and sought to replace him with a ruler more in tune with Parthian traditions. The nobles' dissatisfaction grew, leading to increased tensions and power struggles within the kingdom. This internal conflict threatened the stability and unity of Parthia. The struggle for power between Vonones I and his rivals would have significant consequences for Parthia's future. The outcome of this conflict would determine the direction of the kingdom and its ability to withstand external pressures. As Parthia stood on the cusp of change, its fate hung in the balance, shaped by the ambitions and actions of its leaders. Far to the east, the Han dynasty in China was enjoying a golden age. Under the reign of Emperor Ying, China experienced a period of peace and prosperity. The Silk Road, a network of trade routes that connected the east and west, flourished, bringing wealth and exotic goods to China. However, beneath the surface of this prosperity, court politics were rife with intrigue. Factions vied for power, and the young emperor was a pawn in their games. Despite these internal struggles, the Han dynasty remained a beacon of civilization, its cultural and technological achievements influencing the world for centuries to come. Section 5. Across the globe, whispers of change. While the Roman, Parthian, and Han empires dominated the known world, other civilizations and cultures were also leaving their mark. In India, the Kushan Empire, under the rule of King Kujula Kadphises, was expanding its influence. The Kushans, who controlled vital trade routes between India and Central Asia, played a crucial role in the spread of Buddhism. In the Americas, the Maya civilization was flourishing in Mesoamerica. The Maya, renowned for their sophisticated calendar system, their knowledge of astronomy, and their impressive architectural achievements, were creating cities that would stand for centuries as testaments to their ingenuity. Section 6. Notable figures of AD 5. The year AD 5 witnessed the births and deaths of individuals who would leave their mark on history. This period, rich with cultural and political shifts, saw the emergence and departure of figures whose legacies would echo through the ages. While the exact dates of their births are shrouded in the mists of time, their impact on their respective societies is undeniable. These individuals, through their actions and decisions, shaped the course of history in ways that are still studied and marveled at today. Among those who entered the world in AD 5 was the future Roman Emperor Nero. Born Lucius Domitius Ahenobarbus, Nero would ascend to the throne and become one of the most infamous rulers in Roman history. Nero's reign would be marked by both extravagance and tyranny. His rule was characterized by grandiose architectural projects, lavish banquets, and a notorious disregard for the welfare of his people. His rule, though controversial, left an indelible mark on Roman history. The construction of the Domus Aurea, or Golden House, and his brutal suppression of perceived enemies are just a few examples of his complex legacy. The year AD 5 also saw the passing of Gaius Asinius Pollio, a Roman orator, poet, and historian. Pollio was a man of letters, whose contributions to literature and history were highly regarded by his contemporaries. Pollio, a close friend of the Emperor Augustus, was a prominent figure in Roman society. His influence extended beyond his writings, as he played a significant role in the political and cultural life of Rome. His writings, though now largely lost, provided valuable insights into the political and social landscape of his time. Through his works, Pollio offered a window into the complexities and intrigues of Roman politics, enriching our understanding of this pivotal era. Section 7. The significance of small steps. The year AD 5 might appear at first glance to be a relatively uneventful year. However, history teaches us that great changes are often the result of seemingly insignificant events. The decisions made by rulers, the innovations of thinkers and inventors, the struggles of everyday people, these all contribute to the grand tapestry of history. In AD 5, the Roman Empire, though powerful, was still grappling with the challenges of governing a vast and diverse empire. The Parthian Empire, facing internal strife, stood on the brink of change. The Han dynasty, enjoying peace and prosperity, was nonetheless vulnerable to the machinations of ambitious courtiers. Section 8. The Ripple Effect, AD5's Legacy. The year AD5, like every year, was a year of both continuity and change. The events of that year, however seemingly insignificant, had a ripple effect influencing the course of history in ways that we are only beginning to understand. The Roman Empire, after its setbacks in Germania, would continue to expand its frontiers, reaching its greatest extent under Emperor Trajan in the 2nd century AD. The Parthian Empire, weakened by internal strife, would eventually fall to the Sassanid Empire in the 3rd century AD. The Han dynasty, after a period of decline, would collapse in the 3rd century AD, paving the way for centuries of division and upheaval in China. Section 9. Looking back from the 21st century. As we look back from the vantage point of the 21st century, the year AD 5 takes on a new significance. It reminds us that history is not merely a collection of dates and names, but a living tapestry woven from the actions and decisions of countless individuals. The year AD 5, though seemingly distant, speaks to us across the millennia. It reminds us of the enduring power of human ambition, the constant struggle for power, and the enduring quest for knowledge and understanding. It is a year that, though long gone, continues to shape our world in countless ways.